So we got, we're going to get to this in a minute, but this clip that Van and I were talking about with Representative Omar is really exceptional. I don't know, whenever we can like shout out a camera guy of ours, I like doing it. Right. He got it really right.
And this guy's batting a high percentage.
So before we do that, we found out something about Bradley Cooper and Irina Shayk. You know that they split up and they have a child together. They have figured out a way.
Oh my God.
Would you stop it?
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, she's attractive. I'm sorry.
So is he.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy. Yeah.
So we have figured out a way. They have figured out a way of dealing with custody without going to court and getting a formal agreement. They are so in sync with raising their child that they did not go to court. And what they're doing is they've decided, look, we're going to live in the same city, we're going to share custody, and we're going to make this thing work on our own. And they've decided on joint custody with a real 50-50 split.
Yeah.
And they're both going to be living in New York City.
It's going to vary month to month, though, because they don't know what their schedule is going to be.
That's right. It's going to vary month to month.
And it's also pretty interesting because they do have a house in LA, so easily after a breakup, you know, one could go to the West Coast and the other one could stay on the East Coast. But they've both agreed that their daughter, Lea, who's only 2 years old, should have both of her parents near her at all times and should grow up in the city of New York, where both of them had their primary residence. So it's nice that they're able to make that work. And by the way, Irina already seems to have moved on, because in New York, she was recently spotted with the British Vogue director. His name is Alec Maxwell, and it looks like she's getting pretty cozy with him and living her best life.
Good. I mean, good for them, for both of them. By the way, just real quickly, just if you're ever in a situation like this, it's great that they've worked this out. Honestly, a lot of family law attorneys will tell you,
put a lawyer to work.
Yeah,
Harvey's going to tell you, go hire a good attorney, put a lawyer to work.
I'm not even saying
He's
put a lawyer to work.
advocating for his ilk.
I am advocating only because that when two people get along really well and they do this, it's great. But sometimes over time things happen. Somebody gets involved and the other person,
that goodwill erodes.
It does, and for all sorts of reasons. It may have to do with a conflict over how to raise a child, may have to do with dating a new person or whatever. It just happens. And it's good to have an agreement in place, and to make the agreement when you're getting along.
Not under duress, when you're like, when you're feeling good about each other.
Exactly. Yeah, so it wasn't necessarily a lawyer's full
employment. But it worked for lawyers.
It works for them too.
Right.
What's up, guys? It's Pat Spahn from Chicago. I agree with what Harvey's saying, but it's, world full of negativity. I think it's a really cool story. A lot of people, don't tend to work things out, and I think it's just really cool. Bradley Cooper keeps on winning.
He does.
He does.
Big star.